What is the meaning of pole of time here? In the translation of a story by Daniel Kalms, I see the following sentence. 35 poles of time elapsed and mine host brought Ivan Ivanovich his entrecote on a round wooden platter. Two phrases are not clear to me in this context. The first one is poles of time. Does that mean units of time? If so, the sentence starts with 35 units of time elapsed, which is not an unusual expression for a Kalms story, but, I suppose, an unusual one in general. The second phrase is mine host. Here, host is the host of a hostelry. Is this an old saying or phrase that's used when telling stories? The full text of the story can be found at, or this URL, towards the end of the page.
Mine host is a well-worn phrase for a landlord, dating back certainly to Shakespeare if not before. See here for an example.
There is a question of translation here. We would need to know what the Russian word was and what it meant. Pole is an obsolete unit of measure, but generally of length. One pole is 5.5 yards. However, MW has a definition, a varying unit of length, so presumably it isn't always 5.5 yards. Given the rather esoteric language here, and the idiomatic use of mine host here and fine example in an earlier question, it is probably an accurate translation. It wouldn't surprise me if it's simply using an archaic word to mean unit or measure.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.